I'm Kamu.
And welcome to
How to Be
Independent.
Alright, so learning about independence is not something that we believe is difficult. It's more about you choosing to try to, depend more on yourself, as well as choosing to take, care of your life more often than you did before, for instance.
Yes. So we think that we believe that independence is a very practicable habit. So it's not something that somebody's born with or somebody that you can't attain it, that it's got special people. No, it's something you can learn. And when you learn, you do it consistently and you can be an independent woman or man. It doesn't matter who you are.
Alright, so just before I start giving you the 5 tips on independence, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. Okay, so the first step in being independent is to take responsibility for your life.
Yes.
So when you take responsibility for your life is to remove it from anybody apart from yourself. So the responsibility from yourself is for you to want to eat in the morning, or you wanting to go to the loo, you wanting to take a bath. Those are all responsibilities that you have to do.
It's like when you're younger, where they teach you how to...
They potty train you.
Potty train you, yes, the same thing. They're teaching you that type of,
So independence starts at a very young age. You learn that. It's not something that is, as I say, it's not born with somebody. So you take responsibility of, hey, I need to do this and I need to do that. So you have to first say, this is my responsibility. It's not my parents, it's not my husband's or my boyfriend's or whatever. It's my responsibility. So take responsibility for your independence, take responsibility for yourself, and that's the first way to lead you to independence.
Yes, definitely. Okay, Phil, the second step on how to basically gain your independence is depend on yourself. It sounds very simple. The word in itself, independence, means depend on yourself.
In
yourself, yes.
Yeah.
So depending on yourself basically means starting by making sure that every little thing that's a challenge, that's a big responsibility, whatever, you depend more on yourself. So you don't start off and try and get other people to help you out. Yes, you can get help, but then the first person that you have to depend on in whatever situation, especially the challenging one, is yourself. So for instance, let's say you've got a bit of a problem, financially, or in terms of how you look, in terms of your weight, or spiritually, because we really love the whole spiritual aspect. At the end of the day, it's about you depending on yourself, that I believe that I can do it. That's the first thing you gotta believe in yourself. And then when you depend on yourself, it's you just taking full on responsibility that this is all on me, and I believe that I can do it without having somebody else help me out.
Yes. So if you want to know that who are you most dependent on, ask yourself today, if I didn't have certain things in my life, who do I run to?
Yes.
And if that first person is not you, you should know that you are not an independent person. So an independent person knows that if push comes to shove, I am the one who needs to make a plan. The moment you have a secondary person, then you know that you might not really be independent.
Yes, and just to end off on the independence, just look at these very successful, suit and tie kind of ladies and stuff. Okay, they don't really wear suit and ties, but you know what I mean.
They wear heels.
Yes, they wear very cute heels
and sneakers.
Yeah. They don't wear sneakers.
They do, but
whatever your casually,
whatever your fashion preference
but
is.
Those ones, they've got this very power strong. I don't know. They've got this very power strong look. You don't have
mimic them. You can mimic them to just help you gain see an idea of what independence is.
Yeah. So as I was saying, look at how they generally behave. All that they technically depend on themselves, because I guess the type of careers that they have to, because there's a male dominated area, especially if you're in corporate. So just try and mimic what they do. They kind of it's me, I can do it. I don't need a man, or I don't need my daddy or my mommy. They kind of have that very power strong look, and you also have to kind of dream of and think of yourself in that way. You don't have to be into corporate or business, but you can depend on yourself in whatever thing that you do, whether it's your personal life or it's just your career. It depends on what you want to do.
Yes. Okay, and now the third step in becoming an independent woman or man, whoever you are, is finances. Whether we like to avoid it or not, finances is one of the topics you cannot avoid.
Definitely.
You cannot avoid those topics. So yes, so you got to get your finances in order. You can't say you want to move out of your apartment, your home, whatever it is without finances. You cannot say that you want to get a mode of transport without money. You cannot say that you want to do certain things without money. So you got to get your finances in order. So make sure that your income is good. Make sure that your expenses are managed, and that way you can actually focus on having being able to be more independent. The more credit the more credit you have, and I don't want to go deep into this. We'll do this another topic, but you need to manage things like that. Your credit, your income, your expenses, your savings. That is a sign of an independent person. So an independent person knows, if I were to lose an income today, what is my plan?
What's my second
You need
plan?
to know what are those plans in terms of your finances.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to like pay a financial advisor or anything. Just teach yourself. Look it up on on the internet. Just try and basically get the basics of how you run your money. Especially if you're somebody that loves to spend a lot, you have to be very much on that. I'm gonna look out on what I do wrong and how I can minimize my spending, but at the same time enjoy the life that I actually like. So you have to be very much take hold of your finances and not allow like somebody else take responsibility. Be the one that I am power strong and I want to be able to be a big girl essentially that wants to do it on their own.
Yes, so you have to try as hard as you can, especially if you're young. We're not trying to raise 40-year-olds who are living at home.
Yes.
You want to strive to be more than that, and life has its struggles and all of that. So your younger days are the best time for you to manage and get you into a position where independence is practiced. So you start now. If you know you're young, you're in your teens, you're in your early 20s, learn it now. Even when you're in your 30s, learn it now. It's never too late to learn how to be independent.
Alright, so tip number 4. Okay, step number 4. It's about getting organized. Yes. So if you know you're somebody that's not very much organized, and you kind of just let your things and you just kind of let your things run wild, and if you're the type of person that doesn't follow a schedule or get focused in terms of like, okay, cool, this is what I want to do from day one, or like for instance on Monday, this is what I want to do, and on Friday. So you gotta be able to write down a list of all the things you need to do and all the things that are very important for you. Write down a list on them and just do like a checklist. Like, most people have like a memo pad or a notepad on their phones or on their MacBooks. It doesn't matter where you have it. Just like try and like do a checklist and be very organized. That this is what I need, so it will feel so good that each time you check off the little things that you have to do or you have to take responsibility for, that you kind of check it off. It feels good knowing that I did that, and it will want you to do it way more often, and you'll feel like you're achieving something by just doing a little task, such as doing your chores or studying if you study, or it depends. Whatever you're into, just make sure that you do a simple checklist, and each time you try and like organize the little things. And even your bedroom, if you're a very messy person, try and organize it. Like, okay, on this day, I'll clean my room, or you put every part of your room, like your shoes in one section, your clothes in one section, or your books. It depends what you want to do. Just make sure that you're very organized with it.
Yes. So another thing about organizing, I think she said a lot, but I'll just add one little thing about organizing. Getting yourself organized is that think of it this way: if you can't get yourself organized, you're similar to a baby. A baby requires mommy to wake them up at this time, do this and do that. So if you know that you've got a little, so the more dysfunction you have, the more you should say there might be a possibility that I might be disorganized, and I'm not independent.
Alright, so the 5th and final step.
Yes, so the 5th and final step, I don't know if it's gonna relate to a lot of people, but I think it's a very important one. Move out. Yes, Live on your own.
Definitely.
Live on your own. I know that some people might not have the means to do it, might not have the finances to do whatever it may be, but whatever can give you that space that is just your own.
Yes.
So if you're living at home and you're sharing a bedroom, try and get your own space and get like your own bedroom if you have to. But whatever the case is, try to be the one that just has your own space. You'll see how good it feels to have your own things to take care of, your own section to be responsible for. Because whenever you can't do things on your own, because when you have people who are easily helping you out, you're not going to learn to be independent. So the more you're on your own, the more you are able to learn to be independent, because you know that there is nobody else. I have to do it. I have to do it. So I think the most important one would be try as hard as you can to live on your own, or get away from areas that are filled with people that you can't even learn to depend on.
So depend on them. So just to add on a last note, living on your own is pretty fun because you get to learn how to become again more responsible for your own life, and it feels like a sense of freedom to make your own mistakes, and freedom to achieve goals that you don't feel like somebody else helped you out. So it feels very good to live on your own. So I suggest that you try and move out. Yes, financial reasons might force you not to, but when you get the opportunity, just try and move out and just live on your own.
Yes.
Alright guys,
those are our 5 tips. Please use them if you feel that they're helpful for you. If you want to be an independent woman or a man, try these tips. And thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, join our family. It is fun.
Yes.
And yes, see you again next time.